Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm back with another video. If you're returning, welcome, and if you're new, my name is Tshepi Mogotsi. If you didn't know, now you know, so go ahead and do yourself a favor, click that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and we'll go straight into it. So if you're wondering where I've been going through what should I call it? I was doing some contemplating. I haven't posted in 3 weeks, and I definitely underestimated the work that goes into being a YouTuber. I didn't think it was going to be this tiring. I didn't think it was going to be this exhausting. And the past 3 weeks, I was just wondering if I really wanted to do this, if I really wanted to be a YouTuber, because it's definitely not as easy as I thought it was. So, dog, I was literally this close. There were nights where I actually thought of deleting my channel because I felt like I can't do this. Like, I can't. I can't, guys. Get like BD. I'm already tired, and I was just wondering, what is this something that I'm going to be able to do in the long term? And like, I have commitment issues. I have, what do I call it, consistency issues. I can't commit, I can't be consistent on something. So for me, this is one of the hardest things I've had to do, apart from school, of course. This is the most challenging thing I've had to do. But then, I mean, at the end of the day, I was just like, this is a commitment I made, and I just have to challenge myself because I said I was gonna do it, so I have to do it. And it's just one of those things that, you know, I can't just throw out the window. So today I decided to do the first episode of Home Cooking with Tshepi. I did mention on my intro video, this channel is going to be 50% about me and 50% food. Food being home cooking with me, things I cook for my family, and the main motivation behind it is teaching people how to cook. So if you don't know how to cook, this is your channel. So I also did mention that I have a food blog on Facebook and Instagram called Diaries of a Home Cook, and we're almost at like 14,500 followers, if I'm not mistaken. So if you haven't jumped on this bandwagon, I don't know what to tell you, boo. So basically what I do there is I post the recipes to dishes, easy demonstration, step-by-step instructions. So yeah, the reception has been pretty good. People are so appreciative of it. I get DMs all the time. People are like, girl, you made me a better cook. And I'm like, yes, darling, yes. Because that's what I live for, guys. I feel like we should all know how to cook. Like, there's no reason for you not to know how to cook, okay? Like, that's a basic life skill. So if you need some help with that, just go check out the page. It has everything you need inside. I swear, you won't regret it. I did mention that I wanted the YouTube part to be all about the people. Whatever people request me, I'm gonna feature it on my channel, basically. And on today's episode, this is the first episode of Home Cooking with Tshepi. I'm going to be showing you how to cook pap. Someone commented on my intro video, and he was like, can you please make a video on how to cook pap, because and I was like, I got you. I got you. So I also understand that people have different ways of cooking. We were taught in different ways, and what I do may not necessarily be how you were taught, but I'm just going to show you guys what I feel is easier, especially for a beginner. So yeah, if my methods differ from your methods, then don't worry about it. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. That's about it with the introduction. So I'll see you in my kitchen. So I'm just preparing my water in a kettle because consumes less time. So you're gonna get your beat up pot, because we all know the pot that makes pap isn't always the cutest. So please don't judge me. You're gonna cover this and let it come back to a rapid boil. And here I'm just gonna show you the heat that I'm using. So this is how Phaleche. I don't know what to call it in English, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then how this is the heat that you're gonna use. And this is the spoon that I'm going to be using because I know literally every household has the spoon, okay? And I'm using my whisk. I feel like it's a lot easier to use as compared to a traditional leheto. So you're going to be stirring this rapidly to prevent lumps from forming, but I'm never really worried about lumps because at the end of when you're done cooking, they're all gone. It's just not a problem to worry about, but just try to avoid them as much as you can still. So giving precise measurements for phaleche is not really an easy thing to do because we cook for a different number of people. So I just like to say you should take your time with it. But there's a certain consistency that you're looking for. So here I used about 1.5 liters of hot water and I ended up using 5 spoons. So what you want to do is you want to take your time with this process. So this is the consistency that you're going for, a porridge-like kind of consistency, and then you're gonna cover this for about 10 to 12 minutes while ituma, that's what they call it in Setswana. I want you guys to see this. This is what I want your pap to look like. You see those little creases and everything? That's how you know your pap is on the right track. So you're gonna stir this for a bit. I mean, fold it in, not stir. You're gonna fold this for a bit and cover it again and leave it for 2 more minutes, and then it'll be ready to tshwarisiwa. So here I'm gonna be using a spoonful and a half more of sorghum meal because I don't want my pap to be too stiff, but I also don't want it to be too soft. So you want to take your time with this process just to fold the pap in until you get to the consistency you're looking for. But if I wanted a more stiff pap, I would have used 2 spoonfuls instead of 1.5. So once you have arrived at the consistency that you're looking for, you're gonna cover this, and in total you're gonna cook it for about 15 minutes, and every 5 minutes you're gonna be stirring it. So you're gonna be stirring it at the 5-minute interval. So now you're gonna turn the heat to a very low setting because if you don't, your pap is gonna burn. And at the first 5-minute mark, I am stirring my pap again. I want you guys to look at this. My pap is not smooth at all. It has those creases and everything. And for me, I feel like that's just an indication that my pap is on the right track. Because personally, I don't like smooth, like super smooth pap. It's just not. I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm doing the right thing if it's looking like that. So all those creases and everything, that rustic kind of look, that's how I know that my pap is on the right direction. So after the 15-minute mark, you can just take just a bit to check if it's fully cooked. It shouldn't have any hard grains inside. That's how you know it's done. And you can start plating, you can serve it with whatever you want, and you're done. So pap is just one of those things, hey? You have to be patient with it, you have to take your time with it. You need to leave it alone. Like, leave it alone. Because once you mess it up, there's no salvaging it. You can't save it. If you mess it up, it's either you throw it out and start over, or you just eat your mess, because it's just one of those things that you can't save. Another piece of advice is that you cook your pap after your meat is done or when it's almost done, because you don't want to leave it for a long time on heat. 15 minutes tops is enough to get it fully cooked, and then you can take it off the heat and plate. If you leave it for a long time, it's gonna change texture, it's gonna become overcooked. You're gonna see it becoming super smooth and kind of elasticy. You know when you eat pop and it kind of sticks to the top of your palate? That's how you know it's overcooked. So we have come to the end of our video. I hope you guys have learned a thing or two. And again, if you haven't followed my food blog on Facebook, please do so. Diaries of a Home Cook. I want us to reach 15k followers in like the next 5 days or less. You can also connect with me on Facebook at Mogotsi or Instagram at Tshepi. If you have a dish or a recipe you would like to request, you can just connect with me on there and I will feature it on my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys next week on my next video, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.